Hello and welcome to another video. In this video I'm going to be going over the car, just checking it over, seeing what's what with it, checking out the wiring, making sure, vacuum lines, just having a good look at the car. This is what you should do when you first get a car. It's been someone else's project. Just go over it, make sure things are what they are. There's no point customizing a car unless you make it mechanically sound first. So in today's video, I'm going to be having a look at what's what in the engine bay and stuff, and we can go from there. Okay, more updates on the Polo. Just been out. I've been basically when I got the car, the person said that they tried to bleed the brakes. It won't bleed, and they think it's the master cylinder. So I thought before I bought a new master cylinder, I'd try and bleed it myself. So I've gone to the the furthest point, the back wheel. Started trying to bleed it. Nothing. It's just air and a little bit of fluid coming through. It has had all new brake lines put in. So what I'm going to do is, I've bought a new master cylinder anyway. I've got to pick it up on Monday because I had to order it in for this car. So when that arrives Monday, what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace the master cylinder. Then I'm going to go over the entire car, making sure, because I didn't do the work. The work is probably fine, but as a mechanic, I didn't do the work, so I've got to check it over. So I'll start at the back, work my way to the front, checking every pipe, make sure there's no kinks, make sure there's all the fixings are done up properly, check all the lines. Then I'll do another bleed with a new master cylinder. That is the plan. Came out this morning to find, went to start it, went to show my girlfriend the car because she hadn't seen it yet. Went to start it, and the battery's dead. Well, not dead. It's just not enough to start the car. Like, it's on 11 volts. So not sure what that is. I'm second guessing myself. Part of my brain is like, why has this car got an electrical power drain on the first day of buying it? And I'm like, oh shit. But at the same time, I'm thinking, yesterday when I was sat in it, new toy and all that, when I was playing with all the buttons inside, did I leave the lights on? I've checked the switches. I don't think I did. I've looked at them, but when I got in this morning and pressed the buttons, I'm not sure. So yeah, if you can hear a pig noise, it's because my dickhead girlfriend who's behind the gate can hear me filming right now, and she's making stupid noises at me, trying to ruin the video. So go away, Catherine. I can hear ya, dickhead. So yeah, so I'm trying to shit. So I'm second guessing myself, not sure whether I left the switch on, or it's got a power drain somewhere. Which, if it has, I can customize cars. I can do engines and that, but when it comes to the electrical side, if this has got some underlying electrical problem somewhere, I'll end up selling the car for things like that, because I can't be dealing with electrics. I can wire a stereo in, but if the car's got a problem somewhere that's draining power every time I park it up, then yeah, not my thing. So that's what I'm doing so far. I've just made a jobs list of what to do. I like to get my cars mechanically sound before I start customizing. So I've got a list so far. The list is check the brakes, because it needs a new master cylinder anyway for the MOT. I'm going to get that done. I want to change the cam belt. I'm going to underseal the car, because I've gone underneath. It is rust free, but the old underseals in the middle of the car is looking a bit ropey. So I'm going to give it a good wire brush, underseal the car, give the engine bay a good clean up, replace all the vacuum hoses, all the vacuum lines. Because look, if you look at some of these vacuum lines, a lot of them are the old a bit questionable. Do you know what I mean? I've got the carburetor cover off. Some of them are a bit questionable. Like, yeah, look at these. They're a bit old and ropey. They're a bit squishy, and look at that. That's coming off. So yeah, they're a bit. I think going over and replacing all the vacuum lines will be a good start. So that's what I'm going to be doing. See, look, it's got all new brake lines fitted. Look, all new brake lines fitted, but this old nasty master cylinder. So I'm hoping that is the issue with it not being able to bleed. But yeah, we'll see, won't we, once I change it. So that is that. Fingers crossed this power drain was just me leaving the lights on or something. But yeah, that's my jobs list I've got so far to get mechanically sound. And now, a word from our sponsor. Have you ever wondered what it's like to taste the juice from a moose? Well, now you don't need to wonder anymore, because moose juice. Tastes like a moose. See, another thing I've been doing is, as well, I've been troubleshooting areas. Like down here, you've got the well, manual steering rack. This hasn't got powered steering, so it looked really rusty. So what I was doing is, I'm can of WD-40. I'm just going over areas like that, like down there, the steering rack. Anything that looks kind of old and rusty, like any bolts and stuff, I'm just giving it a good soak with this. I'm not undoing them. I'm not planning on undoing them because they still work, but it's good to, you know, any rusty bolts like on here, for future reference, like here, the bolts for the manifold. I'm just giving them a good soaking in WD-40, just for future reference if I ever want to undo them. Do you know what I mean? I'm just loosening up anything. Also, I know I'll be changing the master cylinder soon, so giving them a good coat of WD-40. Another thing, there was this loose pipe down here that I was trying, it was hanging down. I'm just tracing back where it went to, because obviously this isn't my project, so I'm coming into somebody else's project and trying to figure out what's going on. So I've neatened up some of these wires because they were all over the place. I hate wires all over the place. So I've put some wires in order, cable tied them together, checking out stuff. Anyway, this pipe down here, I had no idea what it was for. It was just hanging, pointing downwards. I just lifted it up. It had a big kink in it. And I figured out, I traced it, that's the breather pipe. And then if I look on the bottom of here, there's the pipe right there. This pipe here. So that breather was supposed to be plugged into there. So that's another thing I found that wasn't done. So yeah, it's just a case of when you get a new project car that has been somebody else's project, it's a case of just going over it. Just spending, I'm not actually working on it today. Well, I am working on it, but I mean, today I'm just going over the car, checking out and having a look at every detail, every wire, just to make sure everything is in order. That's what I like to do before I start actually working on vehicles. So at the moment, I've just replaced this fuel line here, because the one that was on it was split. I didn't actually have that fuel line size, but there's a breather pipe coming down here with a bolt in the end. I'm assuming it's the breather, because it comes from the fuel tank. So I don't know why there's a bolt in the end of it though, but this came all the way down to here and was bolted off. So I just cut a piece off of it because it was a nice piece of hose, put the bolt back in there. I now have a decent non-cracked fuel line. So yeah, it's just a case of going over, looking at stuff, and just seeing what doesn't look right and just cleaning stuff up. I would like to give this engine bay a bloody good jet wash with one of them hot jet washes. And then I know what I'm looking at. I hate engines that are covered in crap, but the thing is, it looks manky in here, but this is just dirt. Look, this is a very clean car underneath this dirt. It's very clean. I've just got to give this a good clean down. It makes me want to take the engine out just to clean the engine bay. But at some point I'll get it jet washed or something. This cover here I don't like. I might take this off, give it a wire brush down, put it back on. But look, saying that, look at these bolts. That's a 10mm bolt, and that is definitely going to break if I take that off. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it, they say. Look at these, look at that. That's old. So yes. And that wasn't my arse, that noise. That was my girlfriend behind me outside making stupid noises because she knows I'm filming. So yeah, it's okay. When I become a millionaire from my YouTube, she won't get no money because she's ruining the videos. Did you hear that? Yeah, shut up. Back to the car. So yes, that's what I'm doing at the moment. Just going over the engine, just checking everything. Well, that is as much as I can be bothered to do today. It's Sunday after all. To be honest, I can't really do a lot until my parts turn up. I've got to get the master cylinder tomorrow, and I've ordered off of Amazon some new vacuum lines. So can't really do a lot until they turn up tomorrow. So I think I'm going to call it a day today. But before you go, please don't forget to like and subscribe. I don't even care if you like, please subscribe, right? It helps me out. It gets you to watch all the content that I'm doing. It's totally free. Go and subscribe to my channel. It helps me out. I know 90% of the people that watch my videos don't subscribe, and that's normal for YouTube videos apparently, but please can you go subscribe? It helps me out. Thank you.